Damn.
Are you ready to head for the dam? Caesar's Legion is due to attack at any moment.
I'd ask the followers.
Well, some of Mr. House's projections predict a moderate probability of civil instability subsequent to the NCR being driven from the Vegas region. One of the mitigating contingencies he planned was to enlist the followers to provide increased medical aid throughout the region. Just seems like it might help keep things stable when we go independent. Not that I know what I'm talking about. Wonderful. I'll keep...
I've got your back. You're mine.
Can I try?
Evening.
What's up?
Evening.
Tell the king we thank him for looking out for us.
Great to see you again. All right, you'll...
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
Are you ready to head for the... Well... Are you ready to head for the...
Okay, I'm ready.
Great! So I've been looking over Mr. House's force projections and running some calculations. It turns out there are two ways we can win this thing. Hear that? We have options. You could route the dam's power output to the facility under Fortification Hill. That'll restart its reactor, just like you did with the Lucky 38. That'll wake up the Securitron army you left on standby and give us enough force to push the Legion and the NCR straight out of the Mojave. The other option is destroy the dam's generators. Without those, it's just a big bunch of concrete. The NCR won't have any reason to stick around. You don't have to decide yet. For now, all you have to do is take this override module and install it on the terminal in the power control room. Good luck. See you at the dam.
Which will determine the fate of New Vegas. If there's anything you want to do, let's do this.
You must get to the control room and install the override chip.
Oh!
right there. No one is.
Hi! Nice to see you again. So, we could blow up the dam's generators, or I could route the dam's entire power output to the fort. That'll activate a certain army of Securitrons and set them loose to ravage the Legion. What do you say?
Send the power to the fort.
Yes! This is gonna be fun! I'm unlocking the east power plant. Hit the manual switch, then go topside and deal with the Legion and NCR.
Come on.
Ah, shit. I'm lost.
that city of cowards.
You're wrong.
Many graves in the East are filled with those who said as much, with braver words, not backed by strength. It is Kaiser's will this gate to the west bear the flag of the Legion. Kaiser's will shall be done. I see you fight with words, like all beneath the flag of the bear. Let us hope your skill with weapons proves greater. So you seek quarter, terms of surrender? Our roads into NCR are hung with the bodies of those who attempted to negotiate with us. Save your speeches. We will take Hoover Dam and move forward until our feet crush the setting sun beneath them. Hoover Dam has never seen the mass strength of the East. Only legates such as Graham, who deserve the fire Kaiser blessed him with. Now I am here, and make markers of your people as the Legion carves its way west. You speak in circles. What of the East? I am the East, and I will prove it this day. The victory here shall be swift. Our forces shall take the dam, secure it, then build a road west on the bodies of the NCR. The East will hold. Once across the Colorado, nothing to rival Hoover Dam remains. Vegas will fall. Your words have done nothing but delay the inevitable. Now, see what my hounds and
Yeah,
my
I wanted to
blade
kill you anyway.
do to you. I shall make a cape of your skin, and your skull, it shall sit by my side, mute, watching as my armies march west. I shall honor your last words, and face you alone as you request. No man will say I refused your challenge.
Hell yeah. Oh.
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work you've laid down today. A damn long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east like a choir of angels to my ears. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God you called down? Amazing. Fucking amazing. Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east like jacks. Give those plum fucks the what for.
Yeah, take all the credit. Has some help from my allies here.
And, well, these boys with you? Hello there, Smiley. Guess it ain't no secret how you, I say, can you ask them to put their weapons down? Was just reaching in my coat to give you a cigar.
Legion have both lost this day. Yeah!
I would sooner spit on the grave of my dead mother than let some courier walk the wasteland fuck talk to me like that. Who the hell do you think you are? Looking to cash your chips to the sound of NCR bullets, huh? I can oblige.
What? There's been enough for today.
Look, I know you're riding high right now, but let me tell you, you ain't pissing on me right now. You're pissing on the bear. You've been far enough west, I'm guessing, to know how far that claw stretches. Fuck with the bear and...
But I asked these robots to fuck you and your entire battalion with a rocket barrage.
You want me to make tracks out of here? Head back west? Tail between our legs? No. I came for a fight today. And if you're looking to make me budge, you better have a damn good left hook, or I'm not going anywhere.
These robots are all the forces I have.
Right now, that's all that's standing there. Well, except for the corpses. So that's your plan? Hold the dam here all by your lonesome?
Oh, the boot walks
Hey,
for
boy.
me. Who's to say? I just suggested coming to Hoover Dam to them, and boom!
This has been a fuck of a day. Do you know what you're doing? Making a nation like you think you're doing ain't like chowing down on a pile of fancy lad snack cakes. Think you got the guts to carve out a frontier? Build towns, protect the roads, run supplies, train troops?
Can't do a worse job than the Republic. I guarantee I put more thought into the state.
Hell. Can't believe we got suckered by some road jockey. Should have watched the flank while Caesar's best was making all that noise. I know what those robots of yours could do on a bad day, and I'm not eager to toss lies at them just to make a point. But if you're taking this place, you better hope you can hold it. I'll give my superiors my opinion, but I don't think they're going to listen. So if NCR comes at you, and it will, pray you're ready. I promise you, our situation's reversed, I'd see you hanged.
Is that all? Because I've got work to do, and NCR words don't mean much around here.
Fine. Come on, men. We're moving out.
You did a super job wrapping things up, and I'm not just saying that because I have to. I didn't want to make a big deal about this until after we won, but, well, I found some code snippets in one of Mr. House's databanks that will let me, reprogram my personality to be a little more assertive, basically. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and it's going to take me a while, so it'll seem like I'm offline. But don't worry, everything will be okay. I've updated the Securitron's targeting parameters, so they know what to do. Vegas will be protected. So that's where I'll be, off making a few changes. And I guess I'll see you around. We accomplished a lot together.
Bye, yes, man.
It was fun. Take care.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave wasteland was forever changed. The courier, with the aid of Yes Man, drove both the Legion and the NCR from Hoover Dam, securing New Vegas's independence from both factions. With Mr. House out of the picture, part of the Securitron army was diverted to the Strip to keep order. Any chaos on the streets was ended. Quickly. Chaos became uncertainty, then acceptance with minimal loss of life. New Vegas assumed its position as an independent power in the Mojave. Supporting the ideals of independence, the courier was recognized as the woman responsible for a truly free New Vegas. She ensured that Mr. House's tyranny was broken, and that neither Caesar's Legion nor NCR would ever gain control over New Vegas.
Black Mountain Radio continued to broadcast its peculiar form of propaganda, Raul Tejada faced his execution each day, though pardoned in the end. Travelers venturing too near Black Mountain continued to be harassed by Tabitha's followers.
Though the wasteland became anarchic after Hoover Dam, the Boomers' display of power dissuaded fortune seekers from attempting to penetrate Nellis.
After the courier ensured New Vegas remained free, the followers found that independent Vegas was even more unstable and violent than before. Old Mormon Fort became excessively burdened by the influx of patients, struggling to provide even the most basic of services.
With New Vegas's independence formally declared, Goodsprings thrived. More travelers stopped by Goodsprings on their way to and from the Strip, and the locals grew prosperous from the traffic.
During the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Great Khans quickly evacuated Red Rock Canyon and headed north and east into the plains of Wyoming. There, they reconnected with the followers of the Apocalypse and rebuilt their strength. Bolstered by ancient knowledge of governance, economics, and transportation, they carved a mighty empire out of the ruins of the Northwest.
Thanks to the courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.
Following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, Freeside came to be known as one of the more stable areas in the region. Ironically, NCR refugees found Freeside safer than most of the rest of New Vegas, where resentment still lingers.
After Ray's brain was transplanted into Rex's cybernetic body, it took Rex some time to adjust to the old scrapyard dog's memories. Eventually, Rex's mind settled peacefully, melding his own memories with that of long travels with Old Lady Gibson.
Shaped up by the courier's advice, the Misfits distinguished themselves during the Legion's attack on Camp Golf. Mags was finally promoted to sergeant, and the rest of the Misfits received an official commendation. They continued to serve with distinction for many years.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Though NCR was withdrawing from the region, Boone remained in New Vegas, finding work as a security guard and caravan scout along the highways. While he might have preferred rejoining his old unit, Boone couldn't bring himself to abandon the city where he'd met his wife.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
Armed with a wide array of improvised explosives and stolen weapons, the Vault 19 powder gang tormented the Mojave wasteland for years. Citizens of the NCR were favorite targets, and they always suffered the worst fates.
After Hoover Dam, Sheriff Myers runs Prim with his own style of frontier justice. He deals with most folks fairly, but now and then someone winds up dead with little to no evidence against them.
Aw. Oh, it continued to Navarro. He vanished and was not seen in the waste again. I hope he made it.
And so the Road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
Yeah, war never changes. That's the end. Kevin Mackley, oh my god. would you like to load a save prior to the Hoover Dam battle? Just like to know, you'll be returned to the main menu. Let's go back. This stream has only been going on for 30 minutes, so...
Hey, I want to thank you for bringing me to Bitter Springs. Things seem clearer now. If that's what you think. Alright. Guess I'll be around Novak for a while longer until I figure out what I want to do with myself. See you around.
Okay.
Next week.
Haha.
Be sure to offer words of encouragement to NCR men and women in uniform. Vegas appreciates their business.
Couldn't get enough of talking to me the first time, huh? Good. I'd hoped you'd come around. Shall we? Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I asked you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you'd react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along? Sure. Just don't ever ask me if your outfit makes you look fat. Well, Thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road, huh? What'd you think of Mr. House? I was surprised he only had the 2 robot sex slaves. I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops. I want a dress. Yeah, a good one. Something elegant and classy, you know? But still stylish. Something that's eye-catching and sexy, but also says, don't fuck with me. I keep hoping I'll come across some old-world designer gown when I'm scavenging, but it never happens. Maybe I should move back to California. Hey, you try getting a date wearing scribe robes. Might as well be wearing sweatpants. I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies before the war, they knew what they were doing. Can I make it up? I like punching things, but sometimes shooting things just has to do. Yeah, I've been taking things apart and putting them back together since before I said my first word. You want to build something? Talk to me, and we can do it right there on the spot. Workbenches are for novices. Who knows? I might even be able to show you a Brotherhood trick or two. I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew anyway. But Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagined a grandfather to be. It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I'd have begged to follow. Watch him at work. He did. For years he fought with the council. Taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at Helios 1 to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb, but he was mad because we'd lost its power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care. They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others. Yeah, I did. I couldn't help him. He just didn't listen. And the idea that people talk back to him... If he could have made the Brotherhood act like machines, ordering them around with the push of a button, he would have. Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential, where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck. But that's what he taught me. You ask what I learned from him. I learned what I don't want to become. In the end, there was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else. Yeah, I miss him. Like what? Just my parents, but they haven't been around for a long time. Dad was a paladin, Mom was a scribe. They died in the same battle, trying to hold off the NCR from... something. I don't remember what it was. Guess it seemed important at the time. Ever been nosy? I was, once. We were pretty young, but I like to think it was love. She left the Brotherhood. Wanted to put some distance between herself and her parents. Since our membership isn't open to outsiders, some members think that obligates all of us to procreate. You can guess which camp her parents belong to. No. Couldn't bring myself to leave everyone else behind. Couldn't convince her to stay either. I'd hoped love would be enough to influence her decision, but it wasn't. We were both too stubborn. I don't know where she is now, but I'm sure she's moved on. I still think about her, though. Once in a while. Ooh. If you take trying to keep me as far away from Hidden Valley as possible because I ask too many difficult questions as a sign of respect, oh yeah. That's not to say I don't get along with them. I just think they don't know what to do with me sometimes. Nowhere specific. I just know there are a lot of groups who are actually doing well for themselves out here. I want to understand how and why. See them at work.
Okay, I want to get her a dress. Someone is spamming. Okay. Ultra Lux Casino. Yeah, I don't know, Frinkle. Who would do such a thing? It's kind of weird, you know? I already finished the game and rolled credits, you know? I'm just kind of doing quests that I didn't do before.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you. Last night some girl was pounding on my door.
Here's Ultra Lux.
Beg your pardon, but could I... Please.
Our own president, murdered. Things...
Damn, okay. So obviously, well, that would be weird if I just stole someone's clothes that they're wearing. I gotta find it in, like, a chest or something. Whoa, ho, ho. Oh yeah, all my weapons are in here. That makes sense. Nope, not in here. Maybe someone would leave their address here?
It's time to pack and leave these lands until the dust settles.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's dead. Maybe... He wouldn't have a dress though, obviously. Could massacre the place, but nah. Not crazy. But yeah, maybe in the hotel rooms there would be a dress.
I guess those kings finally got who's the real boss around here. Those Freeside thugs aren't worth our time anymore.
Ugh. Where in the world is Waldo? Oh, right. Okay, we give her this. Oh, shucks.
Come on. Help! What have you done?
Yeah.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Yes, it is. Where is it? Here we go.
For me? Do you mean it? No, it's too much. Well, okay, but it's too much. Oh, it's perfect. Thank you, thank you. I wish I had something to give you. Wait. What about punching? That's the gift that keeps on giving. I could work on your punching with you, if you like. Show you how to counter like a scribe.
Sure.
All right, put him up. Let's see what you got.
Use this technique, initiate a stare attack immediately after your character blocks.
That chip of yours? I wouldn't wager it on blackjack. Unless the deal... No, we're specific. Next stop, Hoover Dam, huh? When we get there? Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
What if I give you, like, all of their dresses?
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
They're currently back at home. They're okay, though. I just got it's just that you can't have more than one human companion, and you can't have more than one non-human companion. So I wanted to do like the other companion quests, so I had to get rid of I had to send Boone back home. He's alive though. I could get him back. And I had to send Rex back home because I was doing Eddie's little quest for a little bit. So I'm just kind of doing that now that I've got nothing else to do.
Hey, a dress. Thank you. I am totally trying this on later.
Our guys put the monorail back to work.
Oh, they're not happy because I took my gun out. Oopsies. Cool. Okay. Let me see, who am I missing? Okay, I know there was a guy at okay.
What's up? You have quite the...
Hello. What's up? Why does everyone always say that? Okay, then I guess I'll be back at the 188. Maybe digging in some dirt for scrap metal or something.
What's up? There's something about that robot that doesn't seem all right to me. I'm not saying we shouldn't take it with us. I'm just saying that if it were to fall into Lake Mead and be irreparably damaged, and if you threw an EMP grenade in after it, well, there are worse things happening in the world, right?
What's your problem with Eddie?
It just seems a little twitchy. Some of these robots, you look at them the wrong way, don't screw in a vacuum tube right. The next thing you know, you're a pile of ash on the floor and someone's stepping out of a vertibird to sweep your remains into a Nuka-Cola bottle.
Sounds a little paranoid.
Does it?
Does he have a companion quest?
What's up? I think the only way to... Yep. I'm really very...
No, really. Have you ever snorted a ground-up Cazador venom sac? Neither have I. But I can guarantee you that a Freeside junkie has.
Only to obfuscate my past association with a fascist paramilitary organization. I'm joking, of course. I will deflect personal questions at any opportunity. Honestly, it isn't too difficult if you have half a brain and aren't a complete jerk. I wanted to help people and I enjoyed learning, so I signed up. New Vegas is in trouble, so I came out here. If someone doesn't step up and try to help the people here, it's going to end very badly. The followers taught me everything I know about medicine. Despite our humble abode here in New Vegas, we have great facilities back in the NCR. We may have overextended ourselves by setting up camp in Freeside, but the people here need help from someone. If not us, who?
Oh wait, this is not where I want to go.
A vertibird. Interesting. It's been a long time since I've seen one of these.
Huh. Good question. Must have been in a book.
Okay, and then next. Repcon headquarters.
Welcome back. I am so pleased you... I've read about Repcon. I think they did some work with the... the government before the war. Rockets and some energy weapon prototypes, I think. Plasma rifles. They were intended to replace the P-94 plasma caster. There was some corporate espionage going on between Poseidon Energy's project Semele and whatever was going on here. Repcon went through some rough times. When the rocket business was shaky, Mr. House purchased the company. It didn't take long for him to repurpose their plasma technology for a government weapon contract. Another one of Poseidon Energy's mini-secret weapon projects before the Great War. It didn't go anywhere.
Hi, Riley.
That's how Repcon got their shot.
I finished the game. I did the ending. I'm just doing a bunch of companion quests now. Just to see.
Stop thinking so much. Thanks. I need to talk to you about something, if you have a minute. Any day now? Caesar's going to try to march across Hoover Dam and kick NCR out of the Mojave. We're getting caught up in something important out here. Hell, after how you handled Benny, you're practically right in the middle of all this. I know I'm just along for the ride, but it's made me think about the past. How I might be able to help out. I wasn't always with the followers, or with the NCR. My late father was an officer in a group called the Enclave, a remnant of America's pre-war government. Memories being short around here, not a whole lot of people remember them. But they did bad things. Terrorized communities, kidnapped people. Eventually someone stopped them. I was born a few years later at a military base on the coast, a place called Navarro. A lot of different places. I only know what I was told. Some of them were cut down by the NCR and the Brotherhood. Some of them went east. My mother never told me what happened to my father, but she and I went south with some others and integrated into the NCR. When the NCR learned that Enclave personnel had integrated, we kept moving to the fringes. It's one of the reasons why I wound up out here. After the Enclave's command structure fell apart, it was only a matter of time before Navarro was overrun by NCR forces. My mother and I left with some of the troopers.
It's afternoon for me, but morning to you.
People I've kept in contact with over the years.
Time
Anyone who didn't get
zones.
out was killed by the NCR. Even some of the ones who escaped were eventually hunted down by the Brotherhood of Steel. The Enclave did a lot of bad things.
This stream's gonna be shorter. I'm probably gonna end it around 1:45 or
Not many of them
something.
are alive anymore,
So I
but
made
think they can make
plans.
a difference in the fight against Caesar. That's a hard question to answer. I know I don't want the Legion to take Hoover Dam. So militarily, yes, I want them to help NCR. If possible, I'd like to figure out a way to help the NCR win Hoover Dam without holding New Vegas. Great. I'd like you to talk to the old-timers, the remnants. I don't think I could convince them by myself. To them, I'm still a kid. But you're a big part of what's happening out here. When you talk to them, they'll understand how important this all is. I've kept in contact with them over the years, so I know where you can find them. But I doubt they'll open up to you unless I come along. I know I'm not always the most serious guy around, but this means a lot to me. Thanks.
How may I serve you?
Ah, you always say morning. Oh, you're in Italy. Cool. Ooh. Ah, it's upstairs, I bet.
I hear the Legion's fixing to attack Hoover. Your travel's been going all right? Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of
Oh,
Lake
nah,
Mead.
you're fine.
That place seems to attract aircraft for some
You don't have
reason.
to watch my full live stream.
But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase
Don't
is
want to burn
dear.
yourself out.
I was never happier than when I was in the cockpit. I was able to go just about anywhere and everywhere, limited only by the fuel I could carry. There were more than a few missions where I took the scenic route home just so I could stay in the air. Caught hell for it every time, but worth it. Some of the things we did were questionable, I know. That's just how it was back then. Figure I've done enough good to make up for any sins, anyhow. Vertibird pilot. 71 missions and only lost one chopper. Rotor malfunction over Klamath. Hard landing, but I walked away. I help folks strip down the more complicated bits of salvage
thank
they
you.
bring in. Engines
I never like to
mostly.
stress people
The
out.
bits and pieces we take out are usually worth more than the whole thing
Besides, sleep is important, and we're all in different time zones, so I understand if it's like past midnight or something when I live stream, you know? Oh, I mean, I got friends in Egypt. I know people from, it's crazy, far across the world.
Watch your six out there.
Okay, where to next? Cannibal Johnson's cave. Oh, Cannibal Johnson's one of them.
Since my mother died, Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father, too. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy. There have been some good men along the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly. It broke her heart to be grounded. As screwed up as it sounds, at least she was a part of something. Granted, it was something admittedly pretty bad, but it was something. If you spent the first half of your life flying Enclave troopers in a vertibird, I suppose picking over pre-war rocket parts doesn't quite compare.
What brings you around this time? Thought I recognized the fellow with you. So what's this reunion all about then? Well, now there's an interesting idea. Do a bit of good before we're all dead and forgotten. You can count me in. Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5-word passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My word is old. Appropriate, huh?
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, it would definitely be Johnson. He hated what the Enclave was doing. Day to day, week to week, he would question orders, subvert mission objectives, do anything he could to serve without serving. It's amazing he was never court-martialed. He always had good things to say about my father. Said I was like him in a lot of ways. I wish I knew. I grew up without him. I'll always feel like something is missing from my life, but you're right. It's not like I'm the only kid in the wasteland who's grown up without a dad. Johnson always said my father was a good man. If that's the only thing about me that's like him, that's enough for me.
Okay, there's one right near the NCR sharecropper farms. It's this way. Yes.
Ah, looks like I forgot to lock the doors again. If you're with the NCR, get out. This place is mine, and I'm not leaving. Oh, like you wouldn't believe. The NCR makes a habit out of wrecking homes. I came out here to get away from them. Didn't work out.
Yeah,
so
they're right next door.
Next thing I know, I'm squatting in their land. Never mind that I already been living here for years. Been a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this? Can't find any younger mercenaries?
Enclave is true American freedom, even though they kill vault dwellers. I guess everyone's got one bad thing on their hands, you know?
Is that right? The million-dollar question is, who exactly are we settling? I wouldn't mind cutting down a few platoons of NCR troopers with my old Gatling laser. All right, then. I'll show up at this gathering of yours. It might be good to see the others. Johnson excluded. Arcade might have mentioned there's a passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My part is, remember. Heavy weapons trooper. Nothing better than hosing down a target with an excess of bullets and laser fire. By the time I got through with things, not much was left standing. Any morons who didn't run when they saw me coming got what they deserved. Back then, it was war. If we'd been on the winning side, I'd be called a hero. I don't do anything. I'm retired. I was a soldier. Why do you even care? I came out here to forget about the past, so quit bringing it up.
What's up? Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard. He never questioned his orders, never questioned the legitimacy of what the Enclave was doing. To him, it was all one unbroken chain, from Washington to Richardson. When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at Moreno. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys." When we left the Enclave behind, the love in him burned itself out. Now there's just a bitter old man left.
Dude, his face looks funky. He spoke to me, went like halfway blinking.
I suppose you're right. When you're part of
Oh,
something
he's
for that
back now.
long,
He's
maybe
normal
it's
again.
impossible to let go without losing part of yourself. Moreno may be a stubborn son of a bitch, but at least he's loyal.
Jacobstown.
Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you.
Is there something else I can do for you? I'm intrigued, so I'll go to this reunion. I'll be handing things over to Calamity, so talk to her if anything comes up. Oh, you'll need my word from the passphrase to get into the bunker. Friends. Don't forget it. Yes, yes.
Doc Henry always was a hard one to figure out. It didn't seem to matter whether he was working with humans or dogs. He had an equal lack of affection for both. A regular Diogenes. I'm not sure what the man was after. Knowledge is power, but to what end for
Hey,
Henry,
I wasn't
have no
planning
idea.
with playing any mods that weren't
what
given
mattered
to me by Ethan, so you don't have to mention
He simply solved
to
riddles
not
because
play
they
mods.
existed.
I'm not planning to.
Not everyone dreams of being a revolutionary.
The only mods were given to me by
Maybe we can't all
my
change the world.
friend.
Maybe it's enough just to do good for the short time that we're here. No one's going to sing Doc Henry's praises when he's gone, but he's probably saved more lives than I ever will.
You don't strike me as someone down on... Hello, Arcade. Making some new friends, are you? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us? Swooping in on a vertibird, guns blazing? Haven't done that in years, but all right, I'm in. None of this means a thing if the rest of the group doesn't show up, though. Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro. I miss those days sometimes. We all had a purpose, you know? I admit that some of the folks in charge were pretty ruthless. The rest of us, though, we were just trying to civilize things. The NCR was still new, and it didn't look like they'd last all that long. Then we lost the oil rig, and shortly after that, the base at Navarro. Nobody left except us remnants. Internal sabotage took down the oil rig. Never did get the full story. The NCR took out Navarro, saying we posed a threat to the region. I was the officer in charge, and Johnson and Moreno were my heavy hitters. Henry handled tech.
Enclave is like Trump right now. I can see that.
Johnson and Moreno never got along, and I had my hands full keeping those two apart some days. It was a difference in philosophy, mostly. Mercy was not part of Moreno's vocabulary. I helped tend the crops, stand watch for fiends, and generally help keep things civilized. A couple of years now. I was a trader for a while, but got tired of all the walking. West Side was a good place to settle down as any. Uh-huh.
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept us all together over the years, and with good reason. Anyone who can command Moreno and Johnson in the same unit...
Yeah, that's Trump.
Fragged is one hell of a leader.
Nah,
Krieger
yeah,
was polite
totally.
and kind, but never warm. He always did his best to make me feel welcome in the group.
Oh yeah, no, the Deathclaw sex scene in that mod's probably the writer's barely disguised fetish.
Not loyalty
He's
to the
probably a
Enclave, or
monster
even the ideals
fucker.
they fought for, but to the people who served with him. Sometimes I wonder how much of my father they see in me. They went through a lot together, but my family went through it too. I'm glad they've watched out for me all these years. Maybe someday I can return the favor.
Dear old friends, remember Navarro.
The NCR took back Nelson. Glad to see you made it here all right. So, who are we going up against? Then that's the plan. We're gonna have a problem with Moreno, though. He won't like that we're helping the NCR. You'll have to talk to him. You've got only one chance at this. I know Moreno. Once he's made up his mind about something, there's no changing it. Maybe they can win this war. Or after all.
I didn't come all the way out here just so we could save the fucking NCR. I'm out.
Remnants come in, guns blazing, showing the NCR how it's done. You actually don't want that?
I can't believe you've actually talked me into this. Fine, I'm in. But don't expect me to hold my fire if any NCR troops get in the way.
The Bison, Steve? I'm not
Thanks
sure
for
what that
doing
is.
this. Getting them all back together again. I'll be honest. When Moreno started going off, I didn't think we'd all be walking out of there in one piece.
I'm doing all the companion quests, though.
Out in the end, but at least the Enclave can atone a bit for all the damage it's done. I've been wondering about Daisy and the others for so long, I still haven't figured out what I should do. I mean, I'm not like them. I was born at Navarro, and my father served with them, but I wasn't really part of the Enclave. It seems presumptuous of me to think I could join the fight, even if this is a cause worth fighting for. Because I know when fighting breaks out at the dam, all hell is going to break loose in Freeside.
Okay.
They're gonna need every doctor they can get. I honestly didn't expect you to say that. When I talked to you about Daisy and the others, you seemed to put a lot of value in loyalty to the past. What's changed since then? True enough, I suppose. Giving them back together must be worth more than me spraying plasma all over the dam. Back to Freeside it is. I need to make a stop before I settle in. I'll be back in a while. Thanks again for your help. It means a lot to me.
Bye-bye. Oh.
Moreno's a stubborn son of a bitch, but he's also tougher than any of us. I'm glad you were able to talk him into staying. Since Whitman will be staying with the Vertibird, she's offered to give her old suit of power armor to you. You'll need special training to use it properly, so talk to her as soon as you get the chance. The training might take several hours, so keep that in mind.
Have you seen that tower on the strip all lit up? You can see...
I appreciate you keeping Orion in the group. Since I won't be needing my armor, makes the cockpit a bit cramped, you should take it. It'll take a few hours to show you how to use it properly, so let's get started.
It from mine.
I'm fat. Oh, no wonder why. It's very heavy. What the hell? I'm sure there's a mod that would make my life easier here, but it's kinda late to download it. Here's Prim. Fudge, who's nearby?
Like I said, I needed to go do something.
Oh.
This is it. It belonged to my father. I thought I might wear it at Hoover Dam, but after you talked me out of it, I didn't see the point in hanging on to it any longer. I'm here because of you, so I figured you're the one most deserving of it. It should protect you from everything short of a plasma caster. And if you need anything, anything at all, you know where to find me. It's the least I could do. All I ask is that you put it to good use. This place has lived in the shadow of Caesar for long enough. I may not be the one to help stop him here, but you are. Fortis fortuna adiuvat. Good luck. And goodbye.
Ah! Dude. Oh, there's a shit ton of enemies nearby. This is straight balls. Safe in one room. I don't even know if it's a wall or a floor safe. can't seem to find it, if it even exists. Oh well, I got crazy guns. I should be fine. I'll just check this room. Saying there's a safe in one room doesn't really help out my search. And I don't want to spend too much time looking for it, so I want to try and finish the companion quests. Yeah, I was just here. Ah, found it. Uh, 9mm pistols, ass. I mean, it was a good starter gun, not the best gun. Although I have 50 bobby pins, so it wasn't a complete waste of my time. Where is the fucking way out now? What do you mean fucking lucky, bruh? It's a 9mm pistol, dog. Oh, I see the lucky. Sure, I'll grab that one. I gotta find the fucking way out. Prim is this way. Oh yeah, here's the door. Okay, next companion. Who is next on the list? Ugh, I lost it. Rawl is around Black Mountain. It looks fancy. That's for sure. Oh shit, I like the noise it makes. Takes forever to reload though. Does good damage to the mutants. Not sure about Death Claws. I don't want to try it against Death Claws. There we go. Let me get out of this ditch that I fell in. Wait, what? No! No! Are you? Okay, got out. I thought I soft locked inside the fucking thing. Cool. Red poisoning. I forgot how. I forgot how sickening this place is. I have to find Rawl. Okay, okay. Okay, Rawl's at the top of Black Mountain in a cage. Unless I already freed him. But I honestly don't remember, so I'm gonna check first. Okay, this thing is ass against these guys. Fucking reload! It's an okay gun, but it doesn't do what I want it to do. Yeah, this does way more damage for some fucking reason. What the fuck? That wiped him in 2 hits. It's a good gun, not the best gun in the game though, if I had to say so myself. Let's go find Rawl. No, this is not a cage. He's not in here. Rawl. Ah, we gotta go higher up the mountain, don't we? He missed! Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't saved Rawl, so let's keep going. We'll know when we find the cage. Oh! That's a missile launcher. Cool. Oh, thanks, dude. Alright. Nothing important. Okay, where the hell is this cage atop Black Mountain? Ugh. Dude, I need a fucking walkthrough. Actually, I just figured out the way to be able to tell would be to ask Neil if I have the mission.
This is a dangerous place, human, especially for your kind. I suggest... You must have heard her radio broadcast. The why a human would fall. The voice on the radio belongs to Tabitha. She took control of this place. Help would improve the odds. Help might just make the difference.
Here we go.
Alright, if you're good enough at what you do to meet me in the village up near the peak,
I did
we
not
can
get
talk
raw
further.
yet then.
I'll have a plan by the time I see you, if I see you. Good luck. It's gonna be a lot harder for you to get up there than it will be for me. A pleasant surprise to see you made it. I'm ready to get started if you are. Whatever you need to do, be quick about it.
What in the world? Who hung his organs in the sky? Alright then. Shoot. Gotta get a key. Under the stairs behind my building. Whoa. I think Eddie just pushed me. What the fuck? Let me out! Where is the key? Or maybe actually one of the terminals might have the answer. Maybe the one that I hacked earlier and didn't read. Wow. No. No, there's gotta be another one in here. There was like 3. This one. What? Move! There we go. Storage building. Prison building. Be down here. Oh. Haha. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dude! Fucking hell. Is there another terminal, pluh? Wait, no. Now, is it gonna let me? Bro! Maybe he's not there. I don't know why the marker's telling me to go there, but maybe he's not there. Tabitha's Reign of Terror. This door? Oh shit.
Took you long enough. Alrighty then. I'll just... Anything's better than staying here. Let's go. If we run, we might still catch Benny. Well, you might. I'll just be wheezing along behind you. Sure, boss. What do you want to know? You forget about me already, boss? You sure you didn't take a blow to the head or something? My name is Raul Alfonso Tejada. Probably because he used to be Miguel's. I'm an open book, boss. I'm not much use besides being a portable encyclopedia, really. I guess you could use me as a pack Brahmin. But my knees aren't so good anymore. That's nice of you to say, boss. But I'm an old man. Not much use to anybody anymore. Time was. I was a pretty good shot with a pistol. I guess I'm still half decent. These old bones aren't much use in hand-to-hand fighting, though. I can also do maintenance work on your stuff. I don't have the supplies for a real repair job, but I can keep your gear working longer. Yeah, maybe you can introduce them to me, if we find them, because I've never met one. I was born just outside Mexico City. My family had a little ranch there. Old enough to know better, boss. Old enough to know better. You never heard of Pedro Chico? Un amigo de Poseidon Energy. Of course not. They were an oil company in Mexico back before the war. Well, boss, when a giant, insane super mutant asks you to stay put, you do what you're told. Well, maybe you don't. But I'm just a broke-down old man. It's stupid, boss. I used to listen to the radio broadcast, just to pass the time. Well, one day the signal stopped, so I figured I'd try to find a transmitter. I'm a pretty good repairman. Or I was before my eyes started to go. Anyway, I found Black Mountain and offered my services. But Tabitha decided I was useful enough to keep around. Permanently. Anything you say, boss.
Let's find this fucking key. Oh. Well. Oh, sure. We killed Tabitha. Well, that completed the quest. Cool. Hi, Raul. Okay, is there a quest for Raul?
Welcome. Come on in.
Maybe he's in his house. Looking for Ranger Andy.
Hey, any word on Station Charlie? Look out for yourself. Any word on Station You got a job where even think?
Hey, boss. Can I ask you something? What do you think of guys like Ranger Andy? I mean, guys who have a world of experience doing what they do, but have to give it up because they're getting old and slow or too injured. Maybe, yeah. I guess you got a point there. Not really, boss. No. I grew up in a place called Hidalgo Ranch, just outside Mexico City. It wasn't much, just a bit of a farm, with a house for 3 generations of Tejadas. I wasn't the best behaved kid. I was quick with my hands, with a pistol or a wrench. And I wasn't afraid to get into fights over it. I never killed anybody, but I had my share of run-ins with the police. Mostly my family kept me in line. This was before the war. We were far enough away from Mexico City when the bombs fell that we missed the worst of it. Things got bad quick. Just a few days after Mexico City was vaporized, refugees started pouring down the road to our ranch. We helped who we could, but there were so many. Eventually, my father started turning people away before we ran out of food. Things got violent. My father and I got our guns, and we drove them off. About 24 men came back in the night after we'd gone to sleep. They set fire to the ranch house and barred the doors from the outside. My whole family was trapped inside. I smelt the smoke, and I got myself and my little sister Rafaela out through a window, but everyone else. My parents, my grandmother, my 2 brothers, and 2 of my sisters all died. Rafaela and I ran. We were pursued by some of the men who attacked our home, but I was always a good shot. The ones who came after us, I killed. The rest, I left be. I had to take care of Rafaela, not throw my life away on revenge. Maybe. I don't know. All I know is that for all my skills with a pistol, I couldn't help them. Anyway, that was weighing on my mind. Thanks for letting me get it out in the open, boss.
Nellis Air Force Base.
Evening.
is his house? Damn it, he isn't home. God damn it. He's not fucking here. Where the hell is he? Where is Loyal? The fuck? Hey, that's what it looks like.
can chew with me anytime, friend. Hungry for grub?
Where is Loyal? Oh my god. Is he like glitched out of existence or what?
I'm happy that we managed to raise the bomber in my lifetime. Outsider has proven so helpful. Morning.
I've never seen a ghoul up close. Not sure I wanted to.
Hey. You've done us a great service. Thank you for your help.
I've never seen a ghoul up close.
I'm amazed that an outsider has proven so helpful. Hey.
Oh wow, they actually eat.
Hey.
Ah, finally!
Isn't that... Bye.
That's a good thing to see, huh, boss? That loyal guy. He's getting up there in years, but he still finds a way to make himself useful to his people. If you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone or holding on to some faded piece of glory from your past. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Old history, boss. After the fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Hidalgo Ranch anymore. The refugees still wanted me dead. They even put a bounty on me. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the vaquero. She used to love the rodeo, especially the trick wagon. We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. We didn't know what had happened, really. We didn't understand about the bombs. I don't think it was as hard hit as DC or Bakersfield, but it was bad enough. By the time we got there, the city was a radioactive ruin. Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribes. Crime was bad before the war, but now it was a nightmare. We were living like scavengers, scraping by on what little food we could find, always looking for medicine for my burns. And then, of course, the radiation started to kick in, turning me into this handsome devil you see before you. You're a poet of understatement, boss. But there were moments it was almost worth it. I still remember finding that novelty costume shop. I was just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the vaquero outfit hanging on the rack, like it hadn't been touched. I took it, not like anybody else needed it, you know, and wore it back to our camp. Rafaela laughed, for the first time since the bombs had fallen. It was. I started to build up a legend. Sometimes it headed off trouble, but most of the times it just started more. Young punks looking to prove themselves would come looking for me, but my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick. For a while, it seemed like we might even survive there, until Rafaela. She went out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at her camp. I guess it must have been the beginning of radiation poisoning. Anyway, it was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. I won't speak of what they did to her. When I found her body, the only way to recognize her was this funny little scar on her knee from when she was a little girl. Terrible doesn't begin to cover it, boss. I let my whole family down. First the ransom, now Rafaela. I was the last dejada. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. I didn't have many bullets, but I had enough. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from the store. I was tired. I just wanted to be alone forever. I left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually, I found an old Petro Chico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I thought about the guns I'd lived by, and what they'd gotten me. I decided my guns hadn't gotten me anything, and it was time to give it up. I took off the old vaquero outfit and put on a Petro Chico jumpsuit. The name tag said Miguel, so I started using the name myself. Eventually, I made it to Arizona. That's another story, boss.
Nelson's back.
Corporeal Sterling.
Smart move for the teams to back down.
Hello?
Yeah, Dr. Richards is almost dead thanks to the death clause.
These soldiers look how I feel, boss.
Are you corporeal? No, he isn't. Or maybe he's still at Camp McCarran. Whatever, I'll teleport him to me. Just trying to...
Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die.
There you
What
are.
an asshole.
Oh, you are still at Camp
Howdy.
Karen.
What brings you back?
Where'd he go?
Got a second
Oh,
stop,
there
boss.
we go.
Meeting Corporal Sterling. Well, you kind of got me thinking. Here's a guy that's been beat all to hell, right? I mean, he could have retired from the service, but instead he signs back on and does what he can. You think he did the right thing? You think so, boss? Because I remember a time when a lot of people stuck to their duty no matter what. It ended with nuclear bombs falling on my hometown. I left everything when I left Mexico. My home, my family, my name, even my face. I know it's surprising, boss, but I wasn't always this handsome. As far as the world knows, I was Miguel, and I was okay with that. I headed north for a while, and ended up in Tucson. Not Tucson, by the way. Things were good there. Well, maybe not good, but better than Mexico City anyway. I found myself a little shack and started fixing things. Oh, sure, boss. I was always good at fixing things. Some I fixed for the town, some I fixed for other people, some I fixed just for the hell of it. It's a better way to use your hands than killing. And even then, I wasn't getting any younger or faster. I lived there for a long time, kept to myself, didn't get into any fights. Hell, the only reason I even kept my guns oiled was professional pride. Getting there, boss. I've been in Tucson. The locals can call it Tucson all they want, but it's Tucson, damn it. About 75 years when she showed up. Prettiest thing you ever saw, boss. Maybe it was just a trick of... She ended up taking work at one of the brothels. This was a long time ago. A tribe came into Tucson one day. I figured if I did that, they'd... As I was saying, I hope they'd leave the town. I don't know which one of them got rowdy. They shot up the brothel. I went after Dave and his brothers. Claudia was dead when I got there. I charged into the middle of their camp and started fighting. They shot the shit out of me. I would have died, I think, if I wasn't so full of rage. By being a meaner old cuss than the rest of them, boss. I was in pretty bad shape in the end, though. Eventually, I got the strength to start. When I recovered, I swore I was done with the gun. I thought I was done forever. But whether I still had what it... And now that I've been traveling with you for a while, maybe I'm not as tough as I used to be.
Hope you put them to good use
You
with
can
me.
bet on that, boss.
Oh, wow. Look at him.
I can't believe we were allowed in...
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
Okay, I'm gonna end stream because I have a friend that I'm gonna play with. Yeah. Next time, well, I don't know if there will be another Fallout stream. Probably not, especially since I'm going on vacation soon. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the Fallout series. We haven't finished all the companions, so it's possible, but it's also possible I might just do it by myself. So, bye-bye!